Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 10 of PLTV. I had a bit of feedback from last week's episode where I was the Grinch and I was recommending that you don't let your dog play with other people's dogs. And some people agreed with me, some people didn't. That's fine. The people who didn't agree, they're obviously quite happy to be in the wrong. That's okay. Yeah. And the people who disagree, yeah, they quite enjoy their dogs having fun with other people's dogs. And even if that's the case, even if that's something that you want your dog to have, yeah, you can't deny the fact that you need to be a responsible dog owner. You know, you have a great responsibility as a dog owner to your dog and to your community as well, to make sure that your dog is well behaved in public, yeah, that he does what you want and that he doesn't bother anybody else. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So why should you be a responsible dog owner? Well, you should be a responsible dog owner because you have a responsibility to your dog to keep him safe, and you have a responsibility to your community as well, because believe it or not everybody likes dogs. And the people who don't like dogs certainly don't want your dog or my dogs running up and bothering them in any way whatsoever. Yeah, there's the government are more than willing to bring in more and more laws to stop us from exercising our dogs in public places, and they don't need any encouragement from us, who, if we don't keep really good control of our dogs wherever that we take them, yeah, especially places, build-up areas, public places like where we're going to go today. So how can you be a responsible dog owner? Well, that's what I'm going to share with you today. Come on. So how can you be a responsible dog owner? Well, you need to think about your walk before you head off, and you need to take a couple of things with you. The first one is poo bags. Yeah, obviously responsible dog owners always pick up the poo. We have poo bags in every pocket of every item of clothing that we own. Even our wedding suits have poo bags in them. Yeah, so the first thing you need is your poo bags. Second thing is you need some things that your dogs like. Yeah, in this case we have balls. What else do we have, buddy? Strawberries. Yeah, some of your 5 a day, we've got them right here. So these are toys that the dogs like playing with. Alex, what's this? Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, they know these toys because we play with them all the time. So these are going to enable us to get the dogs interested in us. We also have some Rico tasty treats. Ooh, yeah, we got some mixer, some chopped up chicken in there. That smells nice, doesn't it? Yeah, so the dogs, they know that if they know we've got things like this that they like, then it's going to enable us to get them to do some stuff, some tricks, and to play with them, and to reward them for looking at us and for playing with us and for paying attention to us. Yeah, and then the last two, we've got our toys and our treats. Yeah, we've also got us. If we make an effort to make these toys and treats really, really interesting for the dogs, then it's going to give us much more control when we get down on the beach. Yeah, because we're going to make these treats and these toys far more interesting than they actually are. Yeah, we're going to build up the drive of the dogs. Alex here, yay! And we're going to get the dogs wanting to play with us, so that they really, really, really want to be with us. And the last thing, which I almost forgot, which is going to enable you to be a really responsible dog owner, is your dog lead. Yeah, your dog lead gives you loads of control, even if your dog is interested in going to see something else, and the dog lead's going to enable your dog not to do that. Yeah, it's going to enable you to have really good control and keep him next to you, where you can make sure that he's not going to bother anybody else. We've come to a nice quiet beach today where we like coming because there's not normally anybody here. And believe it or not, there's people setting up and having a little campsite behind us. So it's just as well we had all the dogs on lead. Now, when we come to let the dogs off lead, we're going to do what we always do, which is to show them the toys and the treats that we have. And we're going to play a couple of games with them to get them interested in us. But we also carry long leads as well. This is a 2-meter lead, but you could have a 5-meter lead or a 10-meter lead. And if you have that on your dog, when you go to let him off, have a bit more off-leash time, yeah, then that's just going to give you more control. Yeah, so if your dog is the type of dog that is likely to be distracted by other dogs, birds, people, whatever it is, yeah, having a long lead on him, a 2-meter lead, a 5-meter lead, or a 10-meter lead, whatever you think you need, means you can stand on it before your dog gets a chance to run away and practice that behaviour that you don't really want him to do. Yeah, a lot of dog training is about teaching your dog something new to do, something better to do than what he's currently doing, but it's also about stopping your dog from doing the bad thing that you don't want him to do. And a dog lead is by far and away the best invention ever for stopping your dog from doing whatever it is that you don't want him to do. Come on, boys and girls. So you want to be a responsible dog owner, you want to keep your dog safe. Yeah, in my experience, the time when a walk with your dog is likely to go pear-shaped is when you first let your dog off lead. Yeah, and then usually the second time is just when you're thinking about putting him back on lead again at the end of the walk. Yeah, whenever we finish a walk and we think, oh, should we let the dogs have another 5 minutes? Yeah, that's usually when another group of dogs come around the corner, or one of the dogs does something stupid, so we tend to put them back on lead a bit quicker. But by far and away, the time when you're going to have least amount of control is when you're first thinking about letting them off lead. So we got a variety of dogs here. Yeah, we got nice eye contact from some of the dogs. Good boy, Dudley. Good boy, Max. Lily Lou's giving us eye contact. She's going to bark at us in a minute so we can let her off lead. Yeah, some of the other dogs, yeah, they're looking around. They're a bit more interested in birds and stuff like that. Yeah, so they're looking for other stuff. So we're not going to let these dogs off until we get some really good eye contact from them, like what we've got from Maxie Moo today. Good boy, Max. Yeah, Max knows that we've got the toy in our pockets, and that's what he's interested in. That's what he wants. Good boy, Max. Yay! So straight away, Max enjoyed playing with the ball, and because we've got the ball out, yeah, we're starting to get the attention of the other dogs as well. Alex the pointer's looking at me now. Yeah, come on, Alex, come on. And the more that I tease him with the ball a little bit, yes, and build up a little bit of drive, then I can get his focus back on me much easier. Yeah, there's people coming with dogs now, so we're not going to let the rest of the dogs off yet. We're going to wait until these people go past. And that's because I know that our dogs like the water. Yeah, so some of the dogs are going to run down to the water, and if I know that, then I would be very silly to let them off leash now when they're going to go and run off and run in front of somebody else. Yeah, so just being aware of your surroundings. Yeah, you're taller than your dog, so you can see further than your dog. Yes, he has a much better sense of smell, but you can see further than your dog. So always be looking around, looking for distractions. Call your dog back, tell him he's a good boy, put him on lead, put him into a sit until the distraction's gone past. Especially if it's someone with a kiddie or something like that could be frightened of your dog. And that's the way that we approach the dog. That's the way I walk the dogs when there's just me and my own dogs, and that's the way we look after 7, 8, 9, 10 dogs when we're out on the dog adventures as well. Come on, boys, come on. So it's nice and quiet now, yeah, the distractions passed by. We've walked quite a way down now. We've only got a couple of dogs off lead, yeah, but we're not bothered about that because we're more interested in being responsible dog owners, yeah? No. We want to... No. The worst thing you could possibly do is just go straight to the beach, open the car door and let your dog just blast out and go and do whatever he wants, which is more than likely going to involve annoying somebody else. Yeah, this is what it takes. Yeah, if it means that you have to keep your dog on leash longer and play some games with him, yeah, get him to do some tricks or something like that. Alex, here. Yeah, get him to do some things for you. Good boy. No. That's a good lad. Yeah, then that's fine. The dog doesn't need to have off-leash exercise all the time. So now we're going to give the dogs some off-leash exercise, yeah? And we're going to head straight down the beach because it's very hot. Good boy. And we want the dogs to be nice and cool and they can all have a nice swim. Yeah? Come on, boys. Come on. Keep going.